أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا وإمامنا وقائدنا وقدوتنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. طيب, who has a dream amongst you brothers? Who has an actual dream? Can you raise your hands? I want to see. Okay. So, alhamdulillah, I can say 60% have an actual dream. I hope it's not a daydream. طيب. Okay, who doesn't have a dream? Can you just raise your hands so I can see? Who doesn't have a dream, actual dream? Those who did not raise your hands, raise your hands. No one? Okay. Do you have a dream? Yeah? Khalas. Do you have a dream? Yeah? Do you have a dream? Yeah? Okay, good. طيب. Okay, let me ask another question. Do you think dream is necessary for a Muslim? Yes or no? Yeah? Raise your hands again. Do you think dreams are necessary for a Muslim? Okay, that's very good. It's the vast majority. Okay, one more question. If you don't have a dream, what is the consequences, do you think? Just shout me out the consequences. If you don't have a dream, what are the consequences? Yeah? Okay, let's start with the beginning before we go to the objective. So if someone doesn't have a dream, what is the emotional state, mental state? Shout me out some words, some terminologies. Huh? Lost? No direction? Lack of energy? Any other? Lack of drive? Okay, that's a strong word. Any other? Disconnection from Allah. Okay. Huh? Lazy, that's what I was looking for. Lazy. Any other words? Demotivated. Any other words? There's one word we're missing. Okay, distracted. Any other words? I'm looking for one key word. Keep shouting. Keep shouting. Huh? Thinking small. Any other word? Uninspired. Okay, let me rephrase it. All of you who said you have a dream. How disciplined are you? You see, discipline makes the dream real or daydream. Discipline is the key. That's the word I was looking for. The one who doesn't have a dream, actual dream, he will be random, he'll be sporadic, erratic. He will not be disciplined. Yeah, he'll be undisciplined. And the one who is actually attaining his dream or her dream, the minimum level that they will have is of character is discipline. Discipline. So those who have raised their hands about dreams, if you were to give yourself from 0 to 10 discipline, how much will you give? Okay, let me go for 8. Anyone 8? Can raise your hands. Yeah? طيب. You have to be on 8 and above in order for you to achieve your dreams, reality. Okay? So work on your discipline. Work on your discipline. Those of you who said you got dreams, work on your discipline and raise it to the level of 8 and plus. Anything below, you will have gaps and mishaps. You'll begin to have setbacks, failures. You'll be demotivated, and it will grind you in, and you will eventually maybe even give up. So if you want to achieve your dreams, which you have, which is amazing, excellent, work on your discipline. Yeah? طيب. There's one other word I will add. It's called relentlessness. Relentlessness. You have to be relentless. You have to be relentless. Like a machine. Rather more than a machine. You can't derail. You cannot have a day off internally. Externally you can have a day off. No problem. But internally you cannot have a day off. You have to be relentless. Once you have these two, discipline and relentlessness within your wholesome character, you will achieve your dreams. You will achieve your dreams. Anyone who slacks and lacks in these two qualities, they will fail in achieving their dreams. Discipline is number one, obviously, it goes without saying. And number two, relentlessness. Yeah. If you look at anyone in the history, and anyone amongst you who've achieved a lot, you will find these two qualities within them. They are disciplined and they are relentless. They don't take no for an answer. They don't have giving and giving up in the dictionary, in the character. They don't have that. They always find a solution. They always find another option. They always find another way. Yeah? Okay. As a Muslim, how many you think dreams you should have? Shout it out again. Shout it out. How many dreams minimum as a Muslim you should have? How many dreams? 2 or 3. Minimum. 1? Yeah. Not good. 1 in the beginning maybe, to start with. But overall, as a Muslim, you've got this one shot in life with many chances, with many opportunities to achieve so much for eternity. Yeah? Having only one dream for a Muslim who believes in Allah and the eternal coming life, if once you put in this perspective, one dream is too less. How many dreams you should have as a Muslim? Huh? As many as possible. Okay, to practicalize it, how many do you have? Those who raised their hands regarding dreams, how many actual dreams do you have? Shout out. 5? Okay. Any other? 3? Any other? 6? طيب. I'm going to give you 5 dreams a Muslim should have minimum. These dreams are holistic dreams. Every Muslim should have them. And they are achievable. They are attainable. Yeah? 5. Just 5. Only 5. Okay? Number 1, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What's the dream to attain with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? To see His face? Nah. Everyone will enter into Jannah, will see His face. So is that a dream? Everyone who enters the Jannah will please him. Is that a dream? Is that your dream? Remember, dream has to be something unique to you. Something special. هذا لا يمكن. لا هذا لا يمكن لأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أخذ هذا المكان. من أحب. نعم. طيب هذا ليس دريم، لأن جميع المخلوقات عموما في حب الله، وجميع الناس الذين يدخلون الجنة سيكونون من محبوب الله، فهذا ليس من الدريم. نعم. طيب نعم. With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we're going to go with the Muslim next. With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what's your dream? We've covered that. Okay, I'll give you one. طيب. So in Islam, you have 3 stages of Iman with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have the Muslim, you have the Mu'min, you have the Muhsin. The highest above that is prophethood, Nubuwah. That cannot be attained, that's khalas, sealed by Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah? Clear? So the next stage we can all attain, which is the stage of what? Muhsin, or the stage of Siddiq. Yeah? So anyone who enters into Jannah, they'll be beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They'll be pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They pleased Allah. Yeah? They attend His mercy and so on. But who will attend the highest? The Siddiqun. So that should be your dream. The Muhsinun. That should be your dream. Is that clear? Is that clear, brothers? So then you can, in that Muhsin category, then you can go more deeper. I want to be the greatest Muhsin of my generation. That's possible. I want to be the greatest Muhsin in my lineage. That came before, that came after, except the prophets. That's possible. If there was no Sahabi there was no Tabi there was no Tabi there, it's possible. But if they were there, then khalas, they're sealed. But you could be the 3rd, you could be the 4th, maybe you could be the 5th. Yeah? The greatest Muhsin in your lineage. These are possible. The greatest Muhsin in my tribe. Yeah? So then you can go more deeper into it. But the first level is, the dream is I want to be in the Muhsin category, in the Siddiq category. This is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now once you strive for that category intentionally, consciously, proactively, then the rewards of the Muhsin is very clear, explicitly mentioned in the Quran. So for example, Inna Allah yuhibbul Muhsinin. Khalas. Allah loves the Muhsinin. You've attained love, His love. Yeah. Inna rahmatallahi qareebun. Khalas, you've attained His rahmah. And this is at the highest level, by the way, yeah? Also, Inna kadhalika najzil muhsinin. This was said about all the greatest prophets. Meaning they were muhsin first, and then they became the best of the prophets. Or they became prophets and then the best of the prophets. They were muhsin first. They attained their category before the revelation came to them. They attained what? Muhsin category. By the fitra and aql, and whatever they knew of the revelation that was given to them from previous prophets. They attained the category of muhsin. They said, Inna naraka min al-muhsinin. We see you to be amongst the muhsinin. Your wholesome character is so well mannered, so good, so much mercy, generosity, kindness, softness, yet strong and assertive. Regarding Yusuf alayhi salam, for example, they said to him, we see you as a muhsin. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Safat affirms muhsin for all the prophets, meaning they became muhsin before prophethood. When revelation came, they deserved the revelation because they attained the highest peak of a human being. Clear? So the first dream or the vision and mission for you as a Muslim ought to be within the muhsin category. That's the highest thing for you to achieve in this dunya life for the akhirah life. Is that clear? Why is that? Because whatever the muhsinun will be receiving of rewards, from the minimum to the maximum, will be way far beyond imagination than anyone else who will be attaining beneath them. Is that clear? So their fruit, the muhsinun fruit, will be far more beautiful, more tastier, more sweeter than the category below them. It doesn't matter about levels of Jannah. The whole category of muhsinun will be far higher, far loftier, far greater than the category which is below them, which is mu'min category. So you can be a person can be the highest mu'min, in the highest of Jannah of mu'minun, but the lowest muhsin will be far greater in terms of reward, pleasures, delights than the highest mu'min. Is that clear or not clear, brothers? So that should be your dream, because you get only one shot in this life to be in the muhsin category. That's it, one shot. That should become your ultimate dream. Clear? So that is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it comes to the creation, khalq, what's the dreams? Again, shout out some of the dreams with the creation that you may have. Bismillah. Huh? No, in terms of your character, how you should be with the Muslims. What's your dream? Like, I want to be like this with the Muslims. This is how my character should be. Yeah, how? Give me one thing that stands out for you. Generous, good. Anything else? Huh? Kind. Okay, anything else? Helpful. Anything else? Sabirin. Anything else? There's a hadith, explicit hadith regarding this. Character the Quran. Anything else? It's more explicit, it's more detailed. You all know the hadith. If I say it, you'll know it. No, the khalq, general khalq, the whole creation. That's one of them, but it's more internal, because the internal dictates the external. So how are you going to benefit if you're not internally correct? So internally, this hadith refers to something internal. That's the one. So Islam said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى ماذا؟ حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. None of you will be complete believers, perfect believers, until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. So that should be your dream. I want to attain that level. That should be your dream as a Muslim. I want to attain that level, that I want to love for my brother or for my sister in Islam what I love for self. That should become your motto, your slogan, your internal battle and war by which you win against your ego, against your pride, against your arrogance, against your stubbornness, against your racism, against your tribalism, against your nationalism, and so on. لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. Is that clear? Or is this the first time you're hearing the hadith? But it has to become your what? Dream, vision, mission. I want to become that individual, because some will be that individual. Some will have complete iman. Some will have perfect iman. Some will love you for the sake of Allah and hate you also for the sake of Allah, dislike you for the sake of Allah also. Some will meet you for the sake of Allah and depart from you for the sake of Allah. There are people like that. Yeah? So that should become your dream with the khalq, with the creation. Yeah? Specifically towards the Muslims. طيب, how do you practically work towards that? Again, shout out, give me some answers. How do you practically work towards that? Huh? Giving gifts, okay. Huh? Assisting people, be it the oppressed or the oppressor. Or with the oppressor, you stop him from oppression. تحجزه عن الظلم. You prevent him from oppression. طيب. Any other? Shout out a few more. Self-sacrifice. Minimum level, practical level, that you all do it every day. Huh? Giving salam, but what does salam entail? Huh? What does salam entail? Give me the meaning of salam. Shout out, shout out, shout out. So, I'm not going to harm you with my tongue, with my limbs, even with my thoughts. You're not going to harm me with your tongue, with your limbs, and with your thoughts. If you're being harmed by somebody, I'm going to protect you. That's what salam entails. As-salamu alaykum. That's what salam entails in practical reality. So that's the stepping stone. That is the what? Stepping stone for you to achieve the dream. Which is what? I'm going to make sure you're safe from me. I'm going to proactively make sure you are safe from me. From my ego, from my pride, from my arrogance, from my negative thoughts. Yeah? I'm going to make sure you are safe from me. And then if that's Assalamu alaikum, that's the beginning part. But you can continue. Assalamu alaikum. What's next? Wa rahmatullahi. Now you're increasing it. Now you're taking the next step. Which is what? May Allah's mercy be upon you. Meaning, I'm going to show you mercy now. You hurt me, I forgive you. Yeah? I've got a grudge against you, I'm going to force myself to show mercy towards you. I've got authority to take you into account, I'm going to force myself to show mercy towards you. What's next? No, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. What's next? Aha. Now you're increasing a bit more. Now you're saying, I'm going to actually assist you in your business, assist you in achieving this and achieve that. I'm going to give you my plans and ideas. I'm going to lend you money. I'm going to make dua for you behind the scenes. I'm going to give sadaqah on your behalf. Now you're going to the next level. Is that clear? So beginning level is what? Assalamu alaikum. That's the beginning level. Next level? Wa rahmatullahi. Next level? Wa barakatuhu. When you go to wa barakatuhu, you're now going towards the la yu'minu ahadukum hatta yakuna la yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu li nafsi. Now you're going to that level now. Is that clear? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described the Ansar, when he described them, who are greater, Ansar or the Muhajir? Are you sure? 100%. The Muhajir are greater than the Ansar. Sah? طيب. When Allah described the Ansar, the Muhajirin coming to the Ansar, when Allah described them, He said, let me find that verse. يحبون من هاجر إليهم. They love the ones who migrate to them. ولا يجدون في صدورهم حاجة مما أوتوا ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. Allah is describing the hearts. He's not describing the external. He's describing the reality of the hearts of the Ansar. Try to imagine the hearts now, the Ansar. You see people coming, immigrants. They left the wealth, they left their wives, they left their daughters, sons, even husbands. They left the lands. They're coming to you. They're coming to take over your lands, your properties, your wives. Marry your daughters. Marry their daughters to your sons. Take your properties, take your businesses, even take your leadership. And the hearts of the Ansar is يحبون. They love them. Not only that, they give them precedence over themselves even though they are in need of those matters. Who's saying this? Who's saying this? Huh? Who's saying this? This reality. Who's describing this reality? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is revealing this heart of theirs, this Ansar. Imagine the purity. That's why the human beings can be greater than the angels. Look at the pureness of this. Human beings with the disease of arrogance, pride, stubbornness, love of dunya, love of wealth, love of women, love of children, love of business, love of money, love of gold, love of silver. With all of this love, Allah is saying they love the Muhajirin. Not only that, they want to give things to them which they are in need of. They are giving precedence to these people over themselves. Allahu Akbar. Why? Because they have believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they have, not only that, they have believed that these people are better than them, more worthy than them, more deserving the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over them, because they have sacrificed so much for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for their own Islam, for their own Iman, for their own ibadah, for their own worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So did the Sahaba in their reality attain the dream? Did they attain it? They attained it. Okay. If that was the heart of the Ansar, and we have agreed that the Muhajir are greater, imagine the heart of the Muhajir now. Try to imagine it. If that was the heart of the Ansar, they wanted to give precedence to them over themselves, even though they are in need of it. Now imagine the heart of the Muhajir. How clean it is, how pure it is, how crystal clear it is. That's why Jannah was guaranteed for them whilst they were in dunya. Because the heart was completely pure as milk. Even more purer, whiter than milk. Okay? So that is your dream. Is for you to be like them. I'll shout out few words and interpret. I want you to note them down. Yeah? They should become your wholesome character by which you attain this dream. So I gave you the minimum, which is Assalamu alaikum. Remember when you say that, internalize that. Assalamu alaikum is minimum. You are safe from me. You are safe from me, from my harms, from my negativity. Okay? So rahmah, maghfirah, sabr, yeah? Mercy, forgiveness, patience, forbearance, being heedless of the negativity, overlooking the negativity, shortcomings, failures, sins even, ignoring, overlooking it, yeah, keeping their secrets. I explained it. Husnul dhan, thinking good of them, making excuses for them. Yeah? Giving them nasiha in appropriate time. We don't give them nasiha by which they commit more sins. You give them nasiha in such a way that they try to refrain from the sin, try to come out from the sin. Not push them towards shayateen and committing the sins more. When you know they're committing sins, you advise them in such a loving, caring way, the way you would like to be advised, the way you like to be guided and directed. And most importantly, if you forget everything I just said now, most importantly, dua behind the scenes for them. Dua behind the scenes. Your dreams cannot be achieved unless someone has already made dua for you. And their dreams cannot be achieved unless someone made dua for them. It's the du'as behind the scenes that make you achieve things very quickly, even if you're not fit for it, or worthy for it, or deserving for it. If you don't have the skill sets and so forth and so on, it's the du'as behind the scenes that make you achieve it quickly, more effectively, more efficiently, more swiftly, because of the du'as that are being done behind the scenes for you. Imagine you got a companion, and just the night before, he's made dua for you that Allah relieve his sadness, or relieve his grief, or Allah promote him in his job, or Allah give him a pious wife. And imagine that friend of yours, he comes to you, and now you're complaining, oh, my life is miserable, I can't get a promotion in my job, I can't find a suitable wife, or I can't find a suitable spouse, suitable husband, or I'm sad because of this or that. And he's made dua for you already behind the scenes. When you say those things to him, how will he react? How his reaction will be? Huh? His reaction will be calm and collected. He'll be like, don't worry, Sheikh, you'll be fine. Why? Because he's already made what? Dua behind the scene. Yeah? So then you're going to be questioning, why are you so calm, man? Why are you so calm? Inside you'll be questioning, why is he so calm? Why is he saying, I'll be okay, I'll be fine? And he's saying it with certainty. You'll be fine, don't worry. Allah wants great things for you. Allah is preparing something great for you, don't worry. Allah is making you strong. And so on. When you say those things, he's thinking, why do you have so much certainty therein? Right? It's because he's made the dua. Now imagine, you do the same thing now. You go home, you start making dua for him. And he comes back happy, content. And he goes, I've got this dream I want to achieve. And I want advice from you. And you say, don't worry, you'll achieve it. Because you already made dua behind the scenes for him. Once that cycle continues, he's making dua for you, you're making dua for him, he's making dua for you, you're making dua for him. How happy you both will be, how content you both will be, how excelling you both will be, how much will you be achieving. Everything will go very, very quick. Because you're making dua by which Allah is sending a special angel to say Ameen, which means it's already accepted, and you will have the same. Why are we not achieving things we want to achieve? Simply because we're not making dua for one another behind the scenes. Make dua for one another behind the scenes. And then when you meet one another, genuinely ask the question, how are you? How was your night? How was your day? What have you been up to? What are your plans? Genuinely ask these questions so they can genuinely answer those questions in a real manner, in a genuine manner, by which then you can actually make dua for them. And they know if they say these things to you, you will make dua for them. And then the relationship you will have with them will be deep relationship as you ought to have as Muslims. And then we Muslims as a family, as a community, we will achieve greater things, loftier things in a very short space of time. Okay, because the time is running out, I'll pace it a bit. Number 3, vision for your family. So we took vision with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We said for you to attain the level and the category of muhsin. When it comes to the khalq, the creation, specifically the Muslims, we said for you to attain the dream of the hadith where Sallallahu said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. None of you be truly believers or complete perfect believers until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. In other words, in the beginning stages, implement simply Assalamu alaikum, and then implement wa rahmatullahi, and then implement wa barakatuhu. Number 3, with your family. What's the dream you have within your family? Yeah? The Messenger ﷺ made that dream clear. He said, خيركم خيركم لأهله وأنا خيركم لأهلي. The best of you is the one who's best of you with his family. Family includes parents, wives, children, grandparents, relatives. Yeah, all of this includes family. In other words, be the source of khair. Be the source of khair. Be the source that everyone falls back to, everyone calls you, everyone's in need of you. Be that person. Have that dream. I want to be the person that everyone in my family, even my relatives, call back to me, fall back on me. They rely on me, they trust me. I want to have that character by which even with my words, people feel happy, people feel empowered. Yeah? Have that into your dream. Make that into your dream. If you don't have that into your dream, you don't have that as a dream, then you will not be the best within your family. Simple. You will not be the best. Someone else will take that position. They will become the source of all khair in the household, in the family. Yeah? طيب. In that, there is something else which is a bit more deeper to be the best within your family. Did you know that if you attain the highest of Jannah, the highest, you can take all of your family there, even if they are not deserving of that Jannah? Did you know that? Yes or no? Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it very clearly in Surah Tur, yeah? Verse 21. He said, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَاتَّبَعَتْهُمْ ذُرِّيَّتُهُمْ بِإِيمَانٍ أَلْحَقْنَا بِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَمَا أَلَتْنَاهُمْ مِنْ عَمَلِهِمْ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it very clear that if you are very high in Jannah, very lofty in Jannah, highest, you can take your whole generation who are related to you to that level. Specifically, your lineages, meaning your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and so forth, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and so on. So your lineage. You can take all of them into that level of Jannah. Now that level of Jannah doesn't mean they enter into your Jannah. That level of Jannah means that level. So they will be in that level, like Muhsin level. There are many Jannah, they will be entered into Muhsin level Jannah. Because you attain the highest level of category of Muhsin, for example. So what does that mean? That means that even if they don't even if they are not adherent to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you are. As long as you intend for them, you recite the Quran for them, you memorize the Quran for them, you go to ilm circles for them, you establish khair for them, you establish charities for them. You have the intention of them, and you be the best you can be. You be the source of all khair in the family, and you be the best of the generation. The whole entire lineage of you, you're the best. Then whatever Jannah you will attain, that category or that level, each one of your great grandfathers, mothers, great grandchildren, all the way to Qiyamah Day, they can enter that same level. Allahu Akbar. How merciful is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How loving is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yeah? Amazing. So make that into your dream. That I want to be the best in my lineage, the best in my family. Why? So that I can take all my people in my blood, in my lineage, in my offsprings, into the category of Jannah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enters me. Make that into your dream. Number 4 is regarding the economy, money. The Messenger ﷺ, he said, there is no hasad, there is no jealousy except in 2 matters. One matter is regarding the Quran, bonding with the Quran. The other matter is having jealousy towards the one who has wealth and he sallat Allah. Yani he sallatahu ala halakatihi, ala al-haqqi. He spends for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish the truth. Smart causes, empowering causes. He spends so much, like it's like he's gonna destroy himself. Meaning it's like he's gonna go and beg. That's how much he spends. You're allowed to be jealous of him. Allah allowed us to be jealous. No, it's not a negative jealous. It's a positive jealous that, oh Allah, I wanna be like him. Make me like him or her. Give me the abilities and the capabilities to be like him or her. Yeah? Also, I'll give you some practical steps how to actually become a multimillionaire. Okay? How to practically achieve it. So I'm not going to give you on this one just theory. I'm going to give you some practical steps. So have a vision practically. Between 3 to 5 years, you're going to become self-independent financially. 3 to 5 years. Yeah? 3 to 5 years, you're going to become self-sufficient, self-independent financially. Have that in your plan. This is now practically your planning, yeah, to become self-independent. Yeah? 5 to 7 years, you're going to become a millionaire. And I'm saying this because practically I've made millionaires, alhamdulillah. Yeah, people around me, they've implemented what I'm going to say now. You should write this down, brothers. If you want to become a millionaire, you need to write this stuff down. Yeah, because people have become millionaires by this method. 7 to 10 years, you implement to become multi-millionaire. You have 4 envelopes. You have 4 envelopes which you put your money in. Okay? You've got, so after your necessity expenditure, that goes without saying. So there's no envelope for that. That goes without saying. Then you got a general envelope for general expenditure. So anything that ad hoc comes in. Okay? So you split the money in 4 envelopes equally. You split the money after the necessity expenditure. So for example, your income is 1,000. Practically to give you an example, your income is 1,000. Your necessity expenditure, for example, is £500 monthly. Yeah, so 500 is gone. Necessity expenditure, house shopping, and just monthly goes bills and so on and so forth. For example, you've got 500 left. Divide the 500 right, equally into 4 envelopes. Yeah? Or you can say, leave 100, divide the 400, 100 into 4 envelopes. So, general expenditure, you put 100 in. Gifts, you put another 100 in. Gifts includes parents, wives, children, relatives, friends. So that again. Gifts include, the gift envelope includes parents, wives, children, relatives, friends, companions, neighbors, and colleagues. They are all within gifts. Okay? That's the second envelope. The third envelope, sadaqah to empowering smart causes. The fourth envelope, investment. Trust me, brothers, we have obviously I've been teaching this for a good 20 years. Anyone who implements this, you'll become a millionaire, inshallah, multi-millionaire very soon. Right? So, 4 envelopes. You divide it equally. Yeah? General expenditure, which is ad hoc. Gifts, parents, wives, children, relatives, neighbors, friends, colleagues. You have to give gifts to them. Not necessarily every month. It can be quarterly, it can be every 6 months, it can be once a year, no problem. But you save that money envelope to give gifts to these people. Sadaqah to empowering charities, smart charities, i.e. long-term charities. I'm not counting one-off sadaqah in your envelope. One-off sadaqah you give one-off. Once a year, one-off sadaqah. Every Friday you give, every Thursday you give, every Monday you give. 20, 30, 100 pounds, that's one-off. That's not within the envelope. And fourth, investment. That investment envelope, after 3 years, you'll have enough money to invest in a passive income stream. Next things I'm going to say to you, it's not for free. You have to come to me and I want to tell you the next tips, and then inshallah, don't worry, it's free. I'll tell you after. But I don't want to make the talk long. Next, what to do with the investment envelope, I'll come and speak to me privately. Inshallah, I'll tell you what to do, inshallah. طيب. So in 3 years' time, that investment money, by the way, that investment money you have to pay zakah on it. But in 3 years' time, that will become a good amount of money. They can invest for passive income. Don't invest in a business that is a startup. Invest in a passive income, a business which is already bringing in profit. You simply be a silent partner to a passive income. 2K, 3K, 5K, there you go. And 10%, 15% of partnership you have, 10%, 15% of the profit you're gaining. Passive. It's not proactive, it's not active. Yeah? You do that, right? After you have 3 to 7 passive incomes, now you can start your own business. Yeah? Okay, I'll leave the rest for private one-to-one discussion. طيب. As for sadaqah, vision to have for sadaqah, dream to have sadaqah, number 1, waqf. Leaving your waqf, or establishing your waqf while you're alive. Your own endowment project for yourself, for your family, for your children, and so on. If you don't establish waqf, you're relying on others to give sadaqah to you once you've died. And trust me, there will not be many people giving sadaqah to you, and it won't be wow. Yeah? The only way you can give sadaqah to yourself is by establishing waqf businesses. Establish as many as possible while you're alive. Start with minimum. Say, for example, 10% you're giving for the sake of Allah, written off to a smart public service, charity. Then you can go to 15%, 20%, 50%, 100%. I know some brothers giving 100% waqf profits to empowering charities, their businesses. Okay. Intend to give 1/3 of your wealth for the sake of Allah. As long as you've got this passive income coming in, and as long as your own businesses are making money, intend to give 1/3 of your wealth for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your lifetime. have that dream. Yeah? طيب. Intend to give. What's next after third? Huh? What did Umar do? Half. طيب. Intend to give half of your wealth. Wealth meaning your saved wealth. Half of that for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Intend to give half of it. Finally, intend to give whole of it. Yeah. This is for the Muslim. This is where, and this is how you attain the wealth of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the King. This is how you attain it. Once you have these hearts, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you. The one that Rasulullah says, for example, the one who gives wealth day in, day out. He's given wealth, right? Day in, day out. What's happening the next day? What's happening the next day? Huh? Yalla, are you brothers with me or sleeping? If I give my wealth today, daytime and nighttime I'm giving, as if I'm going to become poor. That's how much I'm giving. Rasulullah is saying he's giving day in, day out, meaning every single day. What's happening the next day? He's getting more. He's getting more. And Rasulullah is saying, be jealous of this individual, meaning yearn to be like him. Is that clear? So because he's getting wealth from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly. See, Allah has created a system where He makes creation a means for your wealth. Where He makes the creation a means for your wealth. You're not the boss. The creation is the boss. Then He makes you the boss. But still the creation is a means of your wealth. And eventually Allah becomes the giver of your wealth directly to you. That's the highest level. There, the creation, whether they're there or they're not there, you'll be making that wealth. You'll be attaining that wealth. They will work in order for their rizq, not for your rizq. I said that again. They will work for their rizq, not for your rizq. Your rizq is being given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly to you. That's the highest level. You can only attain it with these mindsets that I just given you, with this intention, with these dreams I just given you. Yeah? In other words, you can never attain from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala His fadl at the highest level if you don't have these intentions. Allah will not give it to you. Because you'll destroy yourself with that wealth. There's only so much you as a Muslim can attain wealth for yourself. Yeah? The rest needs to be given to the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let me ask you a side question. The whole Islamic empire civilization was built with zakat. Huh? Can you build a masjid with zakat? Can you build madrasa with zakat? Can you build roads and these things with zakat? That's a different question. Can you build with zakat? Question. Bayt al-Mal is different. My question is zakat. Can you build it with zakat? Of course no. Because zakat is specified 8 categories of groups of people. Yeah? It's people. With zakat you empower people, you don't empower the state. With sadaqah, okay, before I answer that. So what do you establish the state with? Yeah. Clear? So how much do you have to donate to establish the state? That's zakat, ya akhi. So how much do you have to donate then? So how wealthy do you have to be then? You get the point. You get the point. So we have to become multimillionaires. In order for us to, that's why when people ask me, how far is the victory in terms of establishing Islam? I say, follow the money. Follow the money. Why? Because the money, sadaqah, will establish the state. Simple. If the sadaqah is not there to establish the Islamic Muslim state and governments and institutions and organizations and masajids and roads and so forth and so on, then the Muslim state will not be established. Simple. Follow the money. Now, if we cannot even build masjid, we struggle to build masjid, which is obligatory for us to build with surah sadaqat, for us to pray our 5 times salah. We struggle, then how are we going to establish a huge empire, a huge civilization? Is that clear? So we're living in a bubble, we're living in a theoretical world that doesn't exist. We have to be real. Yeah? So only way is we have to be rich. Individually, as a family, as a community, we have to be very rich, very well off. And the only way we can be rich is by following what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed us to follow in order to be wealthy as Muslims. Is through sadaqah. Is through sadaqah. That's it. There's no way Muslims can be wealthy except through sadaqah. Okay, number 5, vision and dream. What do you think the 5th one will be? Shout out. Children. We've covered it. Be the best in your family. Intentions. All of these are intentions. Well, if you're muhsin, you'll be shakur. صح? What's the 5th one? Allah give you hidayah for this. Ameen. What's the 5th one? What was the legacy of the Sahaba? They were worshippers. They were mutasaddiqeen. But what was the vision and mission? Establish a deen. Yeah. شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم وموسى وعيسى أن أقيموا الدين. To establish the deen. Yeah, establish the deen means there's a hierarchy, there's an institution, there's an organization, there's an administration governing the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and implementing and establishing it, rewarding people and taking people into account in this dunya life, by which this dunya represents Jannah. Is that clear? So it's establishing the deen. That is your dream, the 5th one. That's a dream for your local ummah. That's a dream for your generation ummah. You cannot establish it alone. You only got 2 hands, 2 feet, and 1 brain. You have to establish it with what? Teams. Allah called this ummah, because it's a team. It's a great team. It works effectively, efficiently, with a hierarchy in place. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called this ummah jama'ah. He also called this ummah firqa. He also called this ummah ta'ifa. All of these names are given in order for you to work in a team. I've got a motto for this team. Does anyone know? Bismillah, Isham. Write this down everyone, please. Wherever you are, build a team. However you are, build a team. one for your well-being, and one for your deen. I said that again. Wherever you are, build a team. However you are, build a team. One for your well-being, like what? Hospitals, clinics, police, security services, and so on. These are for your well-being. And one for your deen, like the judiciary system, like the masjid, like the madaris, education. Yeah? Clear? So these are the dreams, 5 dreams in a nutshell you as a Muslim ought to and should have. There's more you can add to the list, but I think for this generation, these 5 should suffice, insha'Allah ta'ala. Any questions? We'll take them, inshallah. Muhsin, anything voluntary, in all the doors of khair of voluntary, they excel therein. So salah, voluntary salah, they excel therein. Fasting, voluntary fasting, they excel therein. Sadaqat, the voluntary sadaqat, they excel therein. Brotherhood, sisterhood, they excel therein. And so on. They excel in anything voluntary. And there's a level that you cannot excel unless you compete. There's a level you cannot excel until you compete with people who are higher and loftier and greater than you. So, any other questions? Bismillah. Passive income, meaning it's already a successful business. It's already what? A successful business. The business is making a profit. It could be anything. It's making a profit. It obviously has to be halal. It's making a profit. You simply invest a little amount of money by which you'll get a little amount of profit. Yeah? There is no shortcut to making money except through sadaqah. I said that again. There is no shortcut to making money except through sadaqah. Yeah? So, any other step you take is a long run step. It's a slow step. Yeah? If you're earning £400 a month, you'll not earning 5,000 like that the next month, unless you invest. Yeah? So, don't do startups. Many brothers or sisters as well, they start doing startups straight away. Don't do startups. Just for 3 years to 7 years, depending on how much you're earning income and how much you're saving in the investment envelope. 3 to 7 years, just elevate the amount of passive income that's coming into your account. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. Just successful businesses, you'll be silent partners. I'm not going to do any work. I'm just giving you this money, 5K, 10K, 7K, 2K, 1K. There's so many businesses out there. Even 500 you can do business. Some successful, your friend, he's invested, for example, 10K in a business. Another friend has invested 10K, 20K. You say, I'm going to give 1K. Give me 1% of the business. Yeah? Khalas. Tayyib? And there'll be brothers willing to help you just to get you start off to get a passive income. And do that with other income streams which are profitable, passive income. Once you get 3 to 5 passive income and you're saving that money, end of the year you should have 20, 30K. Now you can either invest big. If you're not a business person, I'll say invest again in a successful business. If you are a business person, then I say get training and then do a startup if you have a great idea. But get training. Don't do without consulting and training. Because then if you hit hard, because in business there's profit and risk. If you lose, you might get depressed. So you always have, I even say, even if it means pay someone for you to be a mentor and consultant, pay him or her and make them a mentor and consultant for your business, the one who has successful business already. Any other questions? Yeah, no, don't get into property ladder now. Until you've got enough income, passive income coming in. Once you have enough passive income coming in, then you can get into property ladder very easily. Yeah, don't get into property ladder because that will eat your whole life up. Yeah. Once you have like 5 to 7 passive income coming in, you're going to make around 30 to 40K just on the side. You have that cash. 5 years, you got enough cash to buy a small property. Or 7 years, you got enough cash to buy a small property. And after you buy a small property, I don't know if you read the latest investment books and stuff like that. The multimillionaires, they're not into properties. They invest in making more money. They have one property only to live in. That's it. The rest is investment. You have one property to live in, make the rest of the money work. And even the property you buy it in such a way that you can sell the property and you can make money. It's dua time, so I'll leave you all to make dua inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka